Today we're going to talk a little bit about the ketogenic diet, and we're going to do some keto cooking in the kitchen. For me personally, I've been following this diet for about 6 months, and I have lost over 20 pounds, which is fabulous because, believe me, I have tried everything, and this is the most successful thing for me in terms of weight loss. Some of the other added benefits to it, I have less joint pain, my hair has gotten better, my skin has gotten clearer. So overall package, this is a great diet. However, the one thing that it's missing is the sweet tooth cravings. And believe me, I need chocolate, and I need it on a daily basis, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who do. What we're going to make today is called the Fat Bomb. It is very simple. There's only 5 ingredients, and you are going to love it. Okay, so we talked about needing 5 ingredients, and those 5 ingredients are, and I will let everyone know that I cook primarily and eat primarily all organic. So we're going to start with a half a cup of organic coconut oil, a half a cup of organic peanut butter, 3 to 4 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, and yes, it is organic. And then we've got some 3 to 4 tablespoons of agave. And the optional ingredient in this is a little splash of vanilla extract. I have made it both ways, with and without the vanilla extract. It's just a matter of personal preference at this point. So we're going to come over to our stovetop, and we are going to cook these 4 ingredients. I know I mentioned 5, but there's only 4 that we're cooking over a low to medium heat. I put them in coconut oil, peanut butter, cocoa powder, and agave in that order, and I do it for a reason. Because you're cooking with heat, you want the coconut oil to kind of grease the pan. If you put the peanut butter in first, you're going to burn your peanut butter, and it's not going to turn out well. So that's the order you want to put them in. You're going to mix your coconut and your peanut butter together. You want them to get kind of blended and smooth. Then you're going to add your cocoa powder. Same thing. You want to get that blended in and smooth. It should start to turn a chocolatey color. Very end, you're going to add that agave. You can also use stevia. I don't personally use stevia. It's a little hard for me to figure out the taste because you have to adjust it. But I put the agave in, and you're going to cook it, again, constant stirring over a low to medium heat. Once that's done, then we're going to add the final ingredient, and we're going to make fat bombs. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start putting all this stuff in our pan. Remember, we talked about the coconut oil. That's a half a cup. I'm going to get that in there, get that started. Again, we're over a medium to low heat. We're going to add our peanut butter. You want to get these two blended together so that they're very smooth and creamy. Shouldn't take too long to do. Especially with the stirring. Lots of stirring. We really don't want any lumps in this, and we are almost there. All right, this is looking good. It's nice and creamy. It's smooth. Now we're going right to the unsweetened cocoa powder. This, I'm going to be honest with you, is the hardest part of it because you don't want it to get lumpy. So you really got to break down that cocoa. And you're going to start to see it change color. It's going to change from that peanut butter color to that chocolate color. Love chocolate. And I just constantly do a bunch of little circles over the whole pan. I feel like it blends it better and it breaks up all those clumps. You want to make sure that you're cooking at enough heat to get everything to blend, but you don't want it to boil. If it does boil, it's not the end of the world, but you really just don't want that. You would much rather keep everything smooth. All right, we are almost done with the lumps here. All right. We're just about ready to add our last ingredients. I'm using agave. You can also use stevia. Again, I don't, just because I can't really quite get it measured out the way I like. So we're gonna add the agave to it. Get that in there. And you'll see, you can probably hear it, but you'll see there's a little fizzle going on. I'm gonna turn my heat down a little bit. See, this is getting nice and creamy. It's getting frothy. Now we're cooking. This is awesome. This is what you want it to look like. All right, and we are just about ready. In a few seconds, take it off the heat, and we're gonna add our 5th ingredient. And I'm gonna show you how we make fat bombs. Okay, so we just got done cooking our 4 ingredients on the stovetop. We're gonna pour it into a glass measuring cup. Give it a little stir. You wanna keep this moving. 5th ingredient was the vanilla extract. It is an optional ingredient. I just put a little splash in, not much. I wanna say it's probably about a teaspoon of it. When you put this in, it may bubble, and that has to do sometimes, I think, with the heat of it, and it may not. Either way, it's okay. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this over here. This is just a basic cupcake tin. I've got the papers in here. You can get the silicone ones if you want. And we're just gonna start making our fat bombs now. So we're just gonna pour this stuff in here. And I wanna say you're gonna do about 1/3 in each cup. And once you get going. All right, so from here, we're gonna put this pan directly in the freezer for 30 minutes. Once 30 minutes has gone by, these are set up enough to eat. Best thing about this is they look like peanut butter cups. Even better thing is they taste like peanut butter cups, and they're good for you. Once that 30-minute window is up in the freezer, you wanna keep them in an airtight container in the freezer. Okay, so here we have our finished product, our peanut butter cup or fat bomb. What I like to do is I like to cut mine in 4s, because remember, you did just take this out of the freezer, so it's hard. I wouldn't recommend directly biting into it. So these nice bite-sized pieces are great. The other thing I want to tell you is it does melt quickly because of the coconut oil. So enjoy your fat bomb, but enjoy it quickly.